Good afternoon, everyone. Um, I just ate a Girl Scout cookie right before I came online, so I was like quickly trying to put soda in my mouth so I could wash it all down before starting. I don't know why I decided I needed to do that, but Girl Scout cookies. Um, so yesterday in our reading, and we're reading "Comfortable with Uncertainty" by Pema Chodron. In yesterday's reading, there were um, two recommendations for practice, and I didn't know what they were, so I couldn't really talk about them. Um, but Now I'm trying to find it. She says our tools as warriors, our tools is sitting meditation, tonglen, which I didn't know, and slogan practice, which I didn't know, and cultivating the four limitless qualities of loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. So I think I said yesterday I'd look up what tonglen and slogan practice were, and I did that. And so tonglen, according to Wikipedia, I'll do that. Tonglen is Tibetan for giving and receiving, or giving and taking, and refers to a meditation practice found in Tibetan Buddhism. Tonglen is also known as exchanging self with others. So I will post a link about Tonglen practice in the comments for you guys to check out after the video. And then the other thing was the slogan practice. And I found a link to an article, an interview or an article by Pema Chodron about a slogan practice. And basically you pick a slogan at random each morning and then apply its message to the experiences that arise as you go about your day. And I'll also put a link in the comments with that article, because she also gives like 8 slogans, to try out. So not a practice I've ever done before, but it was referred to in the reading, so there you go. Excuse me. So today our reading is chapter 4, which is the wisdom of no escape. The central question of a warrior's training is not how we avoid uncertainty and fear, but how we relate to discomfort. How do we practice with difficulty, with our emotions, with the unpredictable encounters of an ordinary day? For those of us with a hunger to know the truth, painful emotions are like flags going up to say, "You're stuck." We regard disappointment, embarrassment, irritation, jealousy, and fear as moments that show us where we're holding back and how we're shutting down. Such uncomfortable feelings are messages that tell us to perk up and lean into a situation when we'd rather cave in and back away. When the flag goes up, we have an opportunity. We can stay with our painful emotion instead of spitting out. Staying is how we get the hang of gently catching ourselves when we're about to let resentment harden into blame, righteousness, or alienation. It's also how we keep from smoothing things over by talking ourselves into a sense of relief and inspiration. And this is easier said than done. Ordinarily, we are swept away by habitual momentum. We don't interrupt our patterns even slightly. With practice, however, we learn to stay with a broken heart, with a nameless fear, with the desire for revenge. Sticking with uncertainty is how we learn to relax in the midst of chaos, how we learn to be cool when the ground beneath us suddenly disappears. We can bring ourselves back to the spiritual path countless times every day, simply by exercising our willingness to rest in the uncertainty of the present moment over and over again. I feel like I need to just take a moment to be with that. As someone who struggles with depression, it is always it's one of those things. It's like you really, in order to function, you have to find those the ways to escape that feeling, to escape feelings of uncertainty and vulnerability. And there are many ways we can do that, and it's one of those things where, like, all of us, we're really experts at escaping that feeling or ignoring it or suppressing it or finding ways to just function in our world. And I think one of the gifts, if one can call it a gift of this time, is for some of us having the time to slow down and say, wait a minute, I need to be in this place, and I need to honor this place that I'm in, this place of fear, as place of uncertainty and vulnerability. And I need to just honor that I'm feeling that, because if I don't, I think the uncertainty is so large right now for so many of us that our normal coping mechanisms aren't working. And that's frightening. And so I really just want to encourage all of us to allow ourselves to be where we are and to be okay, as hard as that is, to be okay with where we are and to cut ourselves some slack, for God's sake. Jesus, I mean, we just need to cut ourselves some slack and be in that place. So it looks like I've talked for 8 minutes, and because I am teleworking officially, I need to do these readings during my lunch break. So I'll be Monday through Friday doing these at about 12:30 if you want to join me. If you can't, I am saving them. They'll be on my Facebook timeline. I'm also saving them to YouTube as well. But just remember that I love you all, and we're all in this together. And I'll see you on the other side.